Hi everyone, it's Kirei here for Bramble Fox with my very first layout using the fabulous new October Fox box. And I have pulled out the Autumn Stories mustard title and lots of the little leaves and the toadstools that are, oh, and the little acorns as well. So I've got all of those to one side. I've also pulled out the Fox Cut number 125 with those fabulous leaves, and then also the Paper Snips number 81. And they both come with the Fox Box Plus subscription. So I have gone back to last year and pulled out some photos from a trip we took up to Munsley on the North Norfolk coast. We love going up there, and we took some friends with us, and we thought we'd take the train from Holt to Sheringham. And when we got there, it happened to be their steam back to the Forties weekend, and they were running steam trains all day, and there was lots of things going on. When we got to Sheringham, there were people dressed up. The main street was like closed off. There was loads going on. There was music, there was dancing, there was displays, there was old vehicles, you name it. It was fabulous. So we were really lucky because we had no idea it was actually on. So anyway, I realised I hadn't scrapped these photos. So, and this was just at the very beginning, I have to say, of autumn last year. So thought I would get these onto a layout. So I have pulled out Simple Stories Cider and Donuts collection. This is one of last year's, and I loved it. It was a favourite of mine, and I've still got bits and pieces left. So pulled that one out to use. So I've got my main piece of sort of checked background, and then I backed my 8 photos into one photo mount. And then I started to look at some of the matching ephemera. So I've got the leaf stencil here. So, and I've just pulled out a number of different distress oxides, and I'm just stenciling these onto some white cardstock. I'm using distress oxides in iced spruce, walnut stain, and aged mahogany. I do bring in this one, and I forget what it's called, but I don't actually use it in the end. I just stick with the first 3. So I've stencil those, but now I'm going back over the stencil just using a fine black journaling pen, and I'm just offsetting it slightly and outlining it just to to give it a little bit more detail. Actually, I really love how it looks. It just gives it a little bit more of a pop, if you like. So I'm going to yes, here we go. Here's my 6 leaves that I've done, because I'm going to add 3 to the bottom cluster and 3 to that top cluster. So I haven't stuck anything down yet, because typically I usually play around a little bit with, where things are going to go, where my photos are going to sit, what ephemera I think I'm going to use. So I know what I'm doing now. I think I'm happy with that, so I can get everything stuck down. So I'll start with my ground piece here, which I did distress the edges of, as I'd always typically do. It's very unusual if I don't distress the edges of something, but I do like adding that little bit of extra texture to my layout. So my photos, I'm just going to get those stuck down, and I'm just adding, I get sort of sticky backed foam sheets, and then I just trim them down to whatever I want. I find it really works for me. I saw it on a video years ago. I think actually it might have been Missy Whidden, for any of those of you remember her. Sadly, she doesn't book anymore. But yeah, I got it from her, and it just really worked for me. So yeah. So I've added foam pads to the top edge, and I've kept it flat along the bottom. And now I'm building that right cluster up again. I'm adding in those 3 stenciled leaves, and then so I can now actually start to get it stuck down. I'm adding a squirrel. I just really like it. It really doesn't have anything to do with the photos, outside of the fact that it is the beginning of autumn. So yeah, but I just thought it was cute, and it worked really well. So yeah, get everything stuck down there over on that right, and then I can start to have a look at the top cluster. Oh yes, that's right. I do add some foam pads to the back of this flower cluster, just to sit it above the other layers that I've already got stuck down. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Fox Box is a monthly subscription. You receive a fabulous collection of acrylic embellishments each month, and you've got 2 options. You've got the regular Fox Box, but you've also got the Foxbox Plus, which gives you even more. And you get your A5 stencil, which is obviously the one I've just been using, which is the leaf one. Get your Paper Snips cut apart sheet. Here we go, as if by magic. Yep, you get that, and you get 5 epoxy flare as well. On many of the Paper Snips, you get the little like circle that you can add your epoxy circle over the top to create like a little faux flare button. Okay, so I've just pulled it out a few of the elements from the paper snips. I'm going to cut out the leaves and the cup of tea, because I thought that worked well, because there is a picture of us sitting there having a drink and eating something for lunch. So yeah, I'm going to add that as well to my layout. And then I'm just going to snip apart a few of the word phrases. Initially, I thought I'd add them into the clusters, but I do change my mind on that one. Okay, so I've got everything fussy cut out now. Here we go. So I can start to build that top cluster. Oh no, that's right. There's a few things still down the bottom here that I need to stick in. And I haven't added my perspectives yet. So I've got the large chocolate brown toadstool there that I'm just tucking in. These are just the paper snip leaves. Oh, and then there's a little mustard leaf. Just tucking that. I do love all the little small pieces when you get those in your fox box, because they're great for just tucking into clusters, like exactly like I'm doing here. Oh, there's the little acorn. I do love, we're obviously nearly into autumn now, and as much I do love, summer and, nice blue skies and sunshine and warm weather and all that's lovely. I do love autumn. I just love the colours of autumn and everything that it brings. So yeah, so I mean, not that I'm wishing away the lovely weather, to be fair. Anyway, okay, top cluster. So now I've got the ephemera pieces that I picked out. I've got the cup of tea, which is from the paper snips, and I'm just getting those now stuck down. You'll see I'm sort of curving up the edges of everything. Again, I don't stick things flat on top of each other. I tend to just layer them. I might add some foam pads, or I might just curve the edges up so I can get that dimension. Okay, and then build this up here, and then I can build in the leaves as well. It's got the 2 larger leaves I'm using over. I do use them over on the left, yes, that's right. And then I add the smaller one over on the right. And so I've created quite a large embellishment cluster. Usually I'd look at things as a sort of in threes, but because I've got such a big embellishment cluster around the top and down to the left, I've sort of got my second embellishment cluster obviously to the bottom right, and then I've got my title, and I feel like that gives me that balance anyway. So yeah, that works for me. Oh, I've got the small leaf perspectives. I'm playing around here, and as you can see, a lot of finger around deciding exactly where this one's going to sit. I've got the little acorn down there on the bottom left. Oh, and I've got the other leaf down there that I will get stuck down, and then get that acorn stuck down. Oh, this leaf, I have to say, oh no, not that one. The other one gets moved around an awful lot because I can't make a decision. Honestly, I wish I could just go, yep, pop, that's going to stick there and that's okay. But no, I'm still moving it around, as you can see, and I still don't stick it down. I'm sure I don't stick it down yet. No, I don't. See, it's sat there now. Okay, now I've got the little the phrases that I've fussy cut from the paper snips, and I'm just using a number of different words that were appropriate for me. So I've got give thanks, splendid, so blessed, happy little moments, piles of fun, and lovely. And I'm going to sit those across the centre of my photos. Okay, and I'm just going to stick down. Now I've got my cluster down. I am just going to stick down the autumn stories, and you will see, those who notice, I've got a little chocolate brown scallop edge that I had with the Simple Stories collection that I've just tucked in at the top and the bottom there. I just felt like I just needed something there in the darker chocolate brown. So, yep. Title stuck down. I've just got some of the enamel brads here that I'm just adding in, tucking those around again. Quite a lot of moving on going around here, deciding exactly where things are going to go. Happily, I did get my leaf stuck down at the top there. I think I did anyway. And then I think I'm almost done. I will add my journaling below my title. And then I'll just add some gold splatters around my embellishment clusters. And then I am done. So you should see the close-up or the final layout coming up in just a moment. Here we go. And then the detail shots. There we go, that lovely Autumn Stories title. There's those fabulous stenciled leaves. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the process video, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.